Welcome back to the Rockstar Energy Battle south of the border, presented by Lucas Oil Products. The Prolites are on the track, and this is going to be a driver's track. The rhythm section here is big, and these guys are going to have to drive it and be careful. If not, it will eat those trucks alive. Here's a look at the points. Hard to believe Brad DeBerti, the rookie, is still in the hunt for this championship, but R.J. Anderson has scrapped his way back up in there, and Jared Brooks is still hanging on to the lead.
This track is going to be gnarly for the Prolites, Ken. I mean, just straight up, the rhythm section is very tough. As we take a look at this Prolite Unlimited starting grid, Brock Hager, Brandon Arthur from the front row, then R.J. Anderson and Sheldon Creed from row number 2, Casey Curry and DeBerti coming from row 3, then Dickerson and Justin Smith coming from row number 4.
In row 5, it'll be Joe Gibb, and then our points leader, Jared Brooks. Row 6, the younger brother of Rodrigo, Alan Ampudia and Mikey Lawrence, Jeff Hoffman and Ray Griffith, Cole Mamer, and Ryan Beat, another hitter deep inside of this field with a long ways to go to get up there on that podium. All right, they head down the straightaway. We'll look for the green flag, and odometer says let's rev it up. And Brock Hager with a great start, man. Really did what he needed to do to get out there in that clean, fresh air. As we take a look at Sheldon Creed, Brandon Arthur there in second. Then it's Sheldon Creed, R.J. Anderson, Brad DeBerti, and people are already
big crash.
Track and a big hit into Bean. Wow. We talked about this rhythm section getting ugly, and keep in mind, we said these guys need to drive this rhythm section, but it's all but impossible to see in some cases based on the roost.
Wow, Justin goes for a huge ride. It looks like it was that Hoffman.
And then Hoffman just tattooed him. And a couple of people got together in the back. He was in front of them.
Oh.
It's easy for us to call it out here and say somebody made a mistake, but man, it's so different in the truck, and he did. He just stuffed the nose all by himself. That is a big, big moment for Justin Bean Smith. Glad to see him climb out of that truck. A lot of damage done to that one, for sure.
Tough break for the BF Goodrich Fox-sponsored driver, and good news, him getting out of the car. We'll clean it up and get back to racing when we return.
Lap 1 here with the Prolites got ugly in the rhythm section as Justin Bean Smith went for a big ride and then took a big hit. So a full restart here as we've yet to complete one full lap.
We'll see if they can get around clean here. Hager back to the front, Brandon Arthur sitting in second. Here comes Sheldon Creed, the number 1 truck, the champion from a year ago. He's had some amazing races and had some problems this year as R.J. Anderson tries to sneak underneath him in the red and white truck.
Out of the back of Casey Curry's truck, looking at Brad DeBerti there, eating a little bit of dirt, along with the rest of the gang. Brandon Arthur in second. Sheldon Creed taking a look at Brandon Arthur, thinks better of it, and checks up just a little bit. R.J. Anderson around the bottom just behind Creed. Brock Hager with a great start here in front of some fast trucks.
Brandon Arthur's been on the box many times. He's going to go to the bottom. The competitive metals, number 6, the yellow and black truck, moves to the front. That's a pass on the lead.
Hager just missed that turn, went in too hot and too wide. Let's go to Rob.
And thank you guys for early leader Brock Hager from El Centro, California. 6 top 10s so far this year. His best, a 7th. He has done that 3 times, twice at Utah and once at round 1 at Lake Elsinore. But the crew told me we broke a motor in practice 1 day ago, got it changed, and have a very fast race truck. They said their driver was a little bit nervous to make the start from the pole. It's the first time he sat on the pole in the Prolite category. He's the 2014 regional champion. He's the 2014 mod kart champion. So he knows how to run well and finds himself up front here right now as he runs in that 3rd spot. They said they'd be real happy with the top 5.
Great run there for Alan Ampudia. Great to see him back inside of a Prolite once again. Gets in a tank slapper. His brother was a standout, of course, Rodrigo in the Prolite category. And then Back behind him was Ray Griffith, and then it was Ryan Beat who picked up 2 or 3 spots on that start.
I think Brock Hager's done a great job going back to Rob's report. You know, just keeping it reeled in, not overdriving the truck. I know there's a lot of risk taking in every class, but the Pro Lights, you gotta be careful as Arthur and Creed are going at it in the front.
Yeah, Brandon Arthur has been so fast. Set quick lap at 3 of our previous events along the way. He's been on the podium 4 times so far this year. So a solid effort there out of Brandon.
Oh, he's in the soft stuff. Here comes, yeah, Creed with the run. You saw Brandon go to the outside and get sucked down in that soft dirt.
But I said he was still looking for his first win, but man, those guys are dancing hard, and Creed gets out of shape, and Brandon Arthur takes advantage of it.
Keeping it clean. Little rubbing, that's all right, that's racing. Oh, that was
outside in for Brandon Arthur, beautiful move, and I've never seen Brandon Arthur drive anybody dirty, and nor has he done it here.
Oh, great presence of mind by the #1, the red and black Traxxas sponsored truck of Sheldon Creed. He checked up just a little bit to get back to that inside line and try to do kind of an outside under on Arthur, and he made it work.
Yeah, both guys racing each other really hard, but just goes to show you what this track will do. It'll throw these guys a curveball in a split second.
And Creed going for that way outside setup to get to that turn 1 with as much momentum as possible. Arthur using the middle of the track, as are most of the drivers as they go into turn 1, but
Mamer also got a great start. Whenever they did that second start, Cole Mamer shot past a whole handful of trucks and is working his way up in there as well.
The Lone Mart 37, the red and white truck, that is RJ Anderson, but DeBerti in the 70 coming hot.
Man, just throwing caution to the wind, trying to close up on RJ Anderson. Anderson has just been smoking hot inside of this category as of late. 4 wins on the season already, but Brad DeBerti's going to keep him honest right here. DeBerti, the rookie inside of the category, winning the first 2 rounds of the season, and he is still hanging around top 3 in the points, currently 5th place right here. DeBerti's had an incredible rookie season with 7 top 5s and 8 top 10s.
Oh, and look, trying to go outside, maybe get a run there, carry a little bit more momentum. RJ Anderson in that Lone Mart Walker Evans sponsored truck. Not going to let anybody get too sneaky around him. I'm telling you, RJ is very switched on. Both tires off the ground in the front as he hits that rut. And right now, let's get it down to Rob, who's with Dickerson.
And guys, young driver Brock Dickerson making his Pro Light category debut down here at Estero Beach, and obviously a very hot engine. What was that? What put you out today?
Yeah, the water temp was really high, so we had to pull off. We don't have a spare motor or anything, so we don't want to blow it. But we'll figure it out and be ready for tomorrow.
Thanks, Brock.
No problem.
An outstanding young talent coming out of the modified kart category, as we've seen a number of these competitors do, and we look forward to seeing Brock Dickerson compete in here. Jared Brooks, your points leader, who started off deep in 10th position, now working his way up on the back bumper of Brad DeBerti to try and get into the top 5.
Oh, the rut's developing. You can see the trucks just that was a vicious crash.
Sheldon Creed, our leader, eats it big, rips off the nose of the truck, still rolling forward, but not at speed, obviously.
End over end. Let's take a look. This is just so gnarly. Look at this.
Oh
my gosh.
That is as violent as they get. It brings back memories of Rick Huseman a number of years ago, who did it in Pro 4, and I've got to tell you, I'm not sure that one wasn't bigger.
Oh.
Complete flip, front flip in midair, lands, it goes over again. I promise you his bell is rung for sure. So we'll throw the caution and give him a break. It has been a crazy race here for the Pro Lights at the Rockstar Energy Battle south of the border, presented by Lucas Oil. Brandon Arthur inherits the lead after Sheldon Creed did a huge endo.
Well, it's a new track, new dirt conditions, lots of ruse. The track is going to break down differently than anything they see all year long. I mean, I understand you got to go for it, but at the same time, wow. I mean, there's been some massive risk and some big crashes here.
And these guys are going to have to drive this track. I mean, bottom line, you just can't flat-foot it like they do in so many places. And, boy, a big moment there for Cole Mamer.
And Jarrett Brooks up on 2. Bicycles, but Bicycles is way right into a podium position as the Fuel Off-Road 83 of Joe Gibb has a problem. Looks like the suspension ripped off possibly on the right front. We'll see if we can find out what that's all about. As Brandon Arthur in the Toyo Tires Competitive Metals yellow and black truck, the number 6 gap in the field right now a bit.
And how about Brock Hager still hanging around there in front of R.J. Anderson? That is a solid effort as a caution flag will come out, and we'll get somebody over there to help out Gibb. As you can see, when Gibb's truck was sitting there, it was a good look at the tires as well. I mean, they have these things opened up, big aggressive cuts in those things to try and clean them out and dig through this loam.
Oh, he got up on another truck and he went for a tumble. I didn't even realize that. And he went over a few times, so.
I don't think he ever hit the roof.
He's claiming it.
Man, big stuff here in this Prolite category for sure. Speaking of big, Sheldon Creed went for a huge ride, and Rob Klepper's with him.
Guys, a wild ride for Prolite champion Sheldon Creed. Not the way you want to kick off the weekend down here in Baja, Mexico, but talk about what happened, man.
Yeah, this track will bite you now. It's super sandy and really soft, and felt really good right there. You know, we had a good battle right there with Brock and Brandon, and I started to get a little lead away and just trying to be smooth, and just kept hitting the same spot in turn 1. I could hit it wide open, and I think just the jumps are so soft. They're not super packed in. It just created like a little kicker and hit it wide open, and I haven't flipped that hard in a while, so I think we'll be all good. I don't know if we'll be racing the rest of the weekend with this truck, but we still got Pro 2, so thanks to all my sponsors getting us out here. We'll be back.
He is a tough competitor. Youth is a beautiful thing. You still smile, and that's great, and that's a great testament to just how safe these trucks are and the safety gear he was wearing. All right, let's get him going here one more time. Brandon Arthur still out front. Brock Hager hanging on to second in front of R.J. Anderson and Brad DeBerti.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going to pick someone that has a little bit more experience, he's still very young. But R.J. Anderson, who's won a championship in this class in many, many races, he might be the favorite in that front pack. Let us not forget, Jarrett Brooks, our points leader, is not far behind, but as the track breaks down more and more, this is that sand pit area. As it breaks down more and more, it's going to be tougher to pass.
Oh.
And you got to be careful taking risks.
No. Oh, a huge one. Brad DeBerti goes for a violent barrel roll as he and Mamer get together through that rhythm section. A couple of hits, neither one of them wanted to check up, and it eventually cost Brad DeBerti. Man, oh man, that is a scary ride right there.
And you
tore
saw
up the radiators.
You saw him taking down his own net, and he's going to get out of the truck under his own power. That's great news.
That's a lot of adrenaline is what that is. I guarantee you he is sore and hurting.
Let's
One
take
more
another
look.
He and Mamer just going side to side, and you know, when you're in the race truck, sometimes you stay on it or you stay in it when bad situations start to happen. And granted, you have to stay in it, because if you lift, you never know what's going to happen. But in that case, I just think that there's too much risk with those guys racing that close together, making contact in such a risky part of the track.
Yeah, it was Mamer really got out of shape first, ran into the back of him, and then hit 2 more jumps until eventually it just clocked the side of him and launched him. Now, yeah, like you say, I mean, when you're in the heat of the battle, lifting is just typically not part of the thought process, and a lot of times you actually rely on the truck beside you to kind of straighten you back out. But we are glad Brad is out of that truck and apparently okay. Wow, crazy stuff here in Prolite. We have had some carnage here in the Prolite category at the Rockstar Energy Battle south of the border, presented by Lucas Oil. We'll get them restarted here one more time. Brandon Arthur out front. Brock Hager's had a great run in front of R.J. Anderson. We just had a huge wreck with Cole Mamer and Brad DeBerti, who went for a violent barrel roll. Now, take a look at Ryan Beat. Ryan Beat working up there on our points leader, who started dead last.
Ryan is definitely a great talent. He has a win on the season already in that Rockstar energy drink. Lone Mark sponsored number 51, a former dirt bike racer, a guy who really knows how to drive the truck. Sometimes he gets some tough breaks, but generally speaking, one of the best in our field.
Ray Griffith in that red number 53. Then it was Casey Curry back behind him. Alan Ampudia, a little gap there between those guys and that front pack. There is Ryan Beat, the Rockstar backed machine, trying to close up that gap on Jared Brooks, who also started pretty deep in the field in 10th place.
Another look here at a different race, the 53, the General Tire sponsored Ray Griffith, and Casey Curry, the Monster Energy sponsored Jeep, airing it out and trying to go around the outside, that number 2 all black truck. And look at the face shield of Griffith. Wow, he's having a hard time with vision. Casey makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, if he's out of tear-offs and he's using his glove to wipe it off, he is in big trouble on this racetrack for sure. Beat right there close around the bottom. Brooks out there, and he's lost the right rear, so Jared Brooks is fighting it hard.
And he is going to lose another spot to Griffith. Oh, gets a little sideways, and you know, with only a couple laps to go, you got to wonder, will he come into the hot pit or will he try to milk it around? But these two guys locked in a battle. You got to love it. Ryan Beat in the 51. And for more on Beat, let's get it down to Rob.
Guys, how about that 51 of Ryan Beat? Started 16th, running in the 5th position, is on his 3rd rear end so far this week, and he said, I can't have any more issues. I am all out of rear ends. Beat coming off 2 back-to-back 18th place finishes at Glen Helen and Utah, and having a pretty good run here today.
Yeah, I got to tell you, with all this heavy loam, as the white flag flies for Brandon Arthur, they can definitely eat up some rear ends, no question about that. Brandon Arthur's one and only career win came in round 10 1 year ago at Glen Helen. He's looking to make it 2 as these guys go at it. Curry and Ryan Beat just battling.
Oh, and Curry swapping. Able to hold it together, though.
I mean, it is awesome to see something so completely different. And boy, did Ryan Beat just dodge a bullet right there. The front bumper kicking up dirt.
Our leader coming around the back stretch, so to speak. Brandon Arthur looking for his 2nd ever win in the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series Prolite category. And it looks like it's all but done, but man, you never know with this track. It is tough. He does have some space behind him, so he can check it up just a little bit, but that is going to be one stoked family there.
Congratulations to Brandon Arthur, who's been so fast, just needs to put together an entire race, and he does so here on what is arguably the toughest track we have been on in this series. Great job for Brandon Arthur and the Competitive Metals sponsored machine. Toyo tires on that one, as he will pick up his 2nd career win. Took him a year to do it, but he earned it today.
For sure. There's the results. Arthur, Hager, Anderson, Beat, and Curry, your top 5. Alan Ampudia with a nice top 10 finish in 8th position. What a tough day of racing for the Pro Lights. Lots of big crashes. Good news, it seems everybody is going to be A-OK.
We got to also throw a nod out to Brock Hager, his 1st career podium. So congrats to that guy as a rookie as well.
And guys, a huge win for Brandon Arthur. Number 1 in 2015, your 2nd career Prolite win, but more importantly, the last 3 races, 3 2nd place finishes. And how big, my friend, was it to get the win here today? A great battle up in front.
Oh man, you know, this is huge for us. Our first win on the season. You know, we got the 3 2nd places and a 3rd this year, and you know, we finally capped it off with that top step. And you know, I hate to see Sheldon go out like that, and you know, I heard he's all right, so that's good to hear. But you know, I can't thank my guys enough. My mom and dad, you know, I got to give it to my dad this weekend. He did it for me.
Talk about that battle with Sheldon Creed as well as the 12. It was a 3-car battle there early.
Yeah, you know, me and Sheldon had a good battle, and me and Brock had a good battle as well. You know, Sheldon got by me, and you know, we went back and forth a couple times, and you know, hopefully we put on a show for all these guys out here in Mexico. And you know, I can't thank all the fans enough. You know, look how many people there are here, and you know, great job, Lucas Oil. You guys did a great job.
Good job, bud.
Thank you.
Brandon Arthur, guys, not only does he get his 1st win of the year, also the Optima Batteries fast lap, a very dominating performance for the 6.
And he was on it for sure. Speaking of on it, Hager putting in a great performance, starting in front and keeping it all together in the face of chaos.
And how about this, guys, for Brock Hager, first career Prolite podium, man. Started on the pole, first time on the pole, raced up front, had a good run today. Congratulations.
Yeah, we had a good qualifying session. We ended up starting on the pole. I made a few mistakes and let Arthur get by, and I was just trying to hold it together and keep it on the podium and have a solid finish.
How tough was this track here today?
This track over here in Mexico is pretty gnarly. The holes after, like, I think lap 2 were just down to the ground pretty much as far as they can get, and it was so deep. And so I was just trying to stay out of the holes and not make any mistakes and try to hold this position off.
Congrats on a good run, bud.
Thank you.
Solid run for that young man. All right, here's a look at the points, and we have a new points leader. Jarrett Brooks will fall down to second as R.J. Anderson steps up on top. He also picks up his 8th podium of the season. Let's go down and talk to him.
Guys, a great Prolite battle here at Estero Beach. R.J. Anderson, I know you came home third. You told Brock Hager, made you roosted to be out there, man. What was it like here today?
Oh, my cockpit is just, you can't even see who makes my seat. I got roosted so bad, but everyone was in the same boat, and I'm stoked to be down here in Baja racing in front of these fans. They dug it. It's Estero Beach. We're all on the beach. The sand is gnarly, and when you get behind someone, you're just getting straight roosted. And I knew it was about finishing here in Estero. It's crucial to finish. The track will reach up and bite you really fast. So I didn't know if I should push and try to get ahead of Brock and get ahead of the roost or just kind of hang right out of it. And those guys got right to the back of me, and I'm like, I just don't want to push it too hard and break the truck. So stoked to be able to just finish this race, land on the box for my sponsors, Lomart, Walk-Arounds Racing, BF Goodrich. Thank you guys, and man, what a race.
Everybody is pumped as we take a look at some kite surfing on the bay here in Ensenada. For more, go to lucasoiloffroad.com. And of course, we are on social media, and we'd love to hear from you.
From hoops to hockey, the diamond to the gridiron, the morning's most outrageous team has you covered. Don't miss Boomer and Carton, weekday mornings starting at 6 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. The guys on the box are all grinning from ear to ear. They love this place, but there's a lot of people in the pits with a lot of work to do to get ready for round 12. We hope you'll join us for that. For Rob Klepper and Cameron Steele, I'm Ken Stout. Thanks for watching the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series from Estero Beach, Ensenada.